Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, as the Vice Chair of Group of Experts of Renewable Energy, I am delegated the honor and to present you Georgian experience and related to development and achievement in the field of renewable energy. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the very productive and the cooperation and between an Economic Commission for Europe and Georgia on the sustainable energy matters with the number of projects and activities of the Commission. In this beginning, I would like to bring to your attention and regarding the renewable energy law of Georgia, which was adopted in 2019 and since then and related bylaws have been developed and according to relevant EU directive. It should be mentioned that we are actively working in this direction now. At the same time, transposition of the recast of Renewable Energy Directive is active and pace of development. In this regard, we hope to submit the amendment of Renewable Energy Law to the Parliament of Georgia in the upcoming months so that by end of this year it will be approved and according to the directives and requirements. Once adopted, we will move our attention to development and adoption of relevant secondary legislation deriving from the law, which will be another tool to promote renewable in this country. According to the existing renewable energy law, there are 18 secondary acts. Currently, 8 secondary acts are adopted. One bylaw on the rules for calculating the greenhouse gas and impact of biofuel, bioliquid is already drafted. The work on the other secondary legislation is ongoing with the support from the local and international donors and experts. Moreover, as for the guarantees of origin, in December 2022, the Georgia National Energy and Water Regulatory Commission has adopted a resolution on approving the rules for issuing a certificate of the origin for electricity and produced from renewable sources. The amendment introduced operational rules for the guarantee of origin registry, including issuing and transferring and withdrawing and cancelling the certificates. It defined the content of these certificates according to the Renewable Energy Law. Permitting and procedure will simplify and streamline and faster development of renewable energy. Georgian state electoral system as a designated issuing body for guarantees of origin signed a direct agreement with the service provider and started using the national electronic registry development during the regional project. Renewable Energy Sources new scheme was transformed in December of 2022 and is based on competition and market principle, which will contribute to development of energy sector of Georgia. Development of projects under the mentioned scheme will be carried out in accordance with the PPPL legislation and in the form of the CFD mechanism. The capacity auction will be held for the 6 months starting this year in the several lots for a total amount of 1,500 megawatts. This scheme covers hydropower plants, wind power plants, solar power plants, and other renewables such as hydrogen and biomass and geothermal and etc. Regarding the local electricity and generation of the current years and the 6 months 79% of electricity generated from renewable energy sources, wherein the 78% comes from the hydropower and 1% from the wind. Thanks to the good the hydrology in this year, we have an express of electricity and generation by the hydropower plant this spring and summer and months. In this regard, electricity exported was equivalent to the 6% of the total generation in the past 6 months. Speaking of the new memorandum signed for the development of the renewable energy, the situation from the November 2022 until now is the following. 25 and the memorandum of understanding of the on hydropower plants with the installed capacity of around 134 megawatt, for a memorandum of understanding of the wind power plant with the installed capacity of a bit more than in 111 megawatt. Unfortunately, there are no industrial and scale of solar power plant at this point, but with the existing and support and scheme, we are ensured that and will be developed in the near perspective as well. Finally, I would like to share briefly information about a net metering and mechanism which was introduced in 2016. As you are aware, in 2020, and there were some important updates in the regulation, such as an increased and maximum capacity of micro generation and from 100 kilowatt to 500 kilowatt, also in other useful updates. According to the data received from GENERC in the beginning of August in 2023, this is a successful initiative. For example, in December in 2021, an installed capacity was equal to 14 megawatt, while in the August 2023 it is around 52 megawatt. Should be mentioned that during this period, the increase is equal to a little bit less than 14 megawatt in renewable and net metering. As for the number of the micro power plants, at the end of 2021, and we had 349 micro generators, while in August in 2023 is it equal to 911 micro generators. In cooperation with the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe and the group of experts on renewable energy, the country receives significant support in terms of experience and sharing on renewable energy and other cross-cutting matters. It was to mention that hydrogen matters have already appeared in these activities of group of experts on renewable energy. Georgia thinks that this is a perspective and direction for our energy policy. The country is accordingly working on the hydrogen strategy concept, which will be followed by the strategy and action plan. Additionally, the attention should be paid to the energy storage and technologies, such as battery storage, as well as green improvement to integrate more renewable energy. This is all, and will have a significant impact on the social and economic situation by creating better environmental and the job and the green jobs. In this regard, it is essential to cooperate with the UNECE and its member states, and specifically within a group of experts of renewable energy, because the group has relevant skills, experience, and knowledge, and promotes a sustainable energy system in the region. Once again, I would like to thank you all for your cooperation in supporting us to reach our ambitious 20 and 30 targets. Wish you a very fruitful session today. Thank you.